When I came in, my senior already asked me come over the stage, so I could not say no to him. So I was already here. The very basis of what we are here to discuss is zero trust. I always give an example of on various connotations. Abhi yesterday, data center policy pe I was giving a keynote address over there with the Udyami myth. So they also asked me, sir, हमारा डाटा सेफ है या नहीं है, इसकी गारंटी क्या है? हमने कहा इसकी पहली गारंटी इज विद यू, दैट हाउ यू यूज योर डेटा, एंड सेकेंड इज द बेसिक concept, the basic premise that we work on. So analogy of zero trust is always the analogy of what we have in our elections. In India, I went to higher studies to UK. So you don't have to be a citizen to vote. So I was also allowed to vote, and happily I went over there. When I went inside the booth, I got a photostat half-page paper and a pencil stubble. That's it, to vote, to take the person, the political party that you want to vote. I went inside the booth, I came back. हमने कहा यार, is this all? The person said, yes sir, that is all. You just have to tick it. I said, with a pencil? He said, yes, of course, with a pencil. Trust, full trust. I believe in you unless and until you give me an option not to. In India, where entire premise is on distrust. Whenever you go to the election booth, the very first thing that a person does is announces your name. Aditya ji aa gaye hain. Aditya so and so, serial number so. Announces that everyone may be aware that Mr. X has entered the booth. Second thing, indelible ink, जिसको आप बड़े शान से दिखाते हैं. It is an ink that I don't trust you. You cannot come back again, so I have put an ink on you which is not going to dissolve for next 48 hours. Distrust. Third is sign. You have come, I have announced your name, I have put an indelible ink on you, and still you have to sign so that I have a proof. You cannot claim otherwise that someone else came in place of me. Distrust. So entire premise is based on distrust. So is zero trust. At every level point of time, at every instance, we need to have our own check and balance and not to trust at any level. That is how, because the system complexity has gained so much. Just 3 or 4 days back, I was there in one of more lectures. So one of my fellows said, sir, how much data that we have actually generated? So I came back to him. That was one of the lectures over there. The amount of electricity that we used in 1984-85 in the entire world is the amount of electricity we use today just to keep the data intact. That is a volume of data that has increased in the last 4 decades. So that gives an idea that how huge, how complex, and how important the data is for us. Now, in this entire complexity of scenario, what I have, because everyone in its own sphere of competence has a role to define of. Zscaler has its own role to define, NIC से शैलन जी हैं, उनकी अपनी एक role है. Mr. Gupta from UPDESCo is here. I can find Jitendra also from SCMT, and so many people that I can identify. They have all defined role of and sphere of competence in which we work into. I also work in my in my state government in a specifically defined role, and that is to manage the state data center number 1 and 2, be a security officer on behalf of the state for the entire departments. This is the 2 role that I am actually working for. With the respect to the concept, to the discussion point that we are having today. So in this role, I would again like to repeat is that yes, thank to Arpit, that yes, these types of conferences should be there. And I hope it gets a good coverage, not in just your paper, but across the papers. Because there may be 100 people who are here who are watching it. Maybe you're throwing it live on your some social media, but maybe there will be millions who are going to read what you're going to write, so that your reach should give an impact. I want my Uttar Pradesh to be fully aware, to be synergetic, to be able to comprehend, analyze, and assimilate what is the importance of the data that I am managing in my capacity as one of the departmental officers in any of the department. Because I have my own sphere of competence. मेरा sphere of competence है मेरा department. क्योंकि मैं समाज के लिए कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट करूं, तो समाज के लिए भाई मुझे सब कुछ थोड़ी ना करना है, जो मेरा स्फीयर ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंस है उसमें जो मैं कर सकता हूं वो करना है मुझे. सो माय रोल एज अ गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर इज द डिपार्टमेंट आई एम वर्किंग फॉर. सो आई नीड टू बी GIGW compliant. My data has to be secure. There has to be clear awareness. There has to be clear visibility of my presence in different level so that people are able to reach me out. जैसे कि DIG साहब ने कहा 1930. That is also a way of reaching it out. How I reach you. आप मुझे कॉल करिए कोई समस्या होगी तो. So that is the level of awareness that I would really like to generate, and I would really hope that in future also I would like to conclude on that companies like Zscaler and the media organizations like e-governance should come together and they create an atmosphere of awareness all around the state. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.